Aho, welcome everyone. We are just as excited as you are to welcome you to the Oracle Hour. And I'm Joan of Angels, and we have Nana Kasha. Who's amazing, but before I bring her on, I want to tell you a little Oracle story. I was thinking about this a few minutes ago. It's like, do you know what an Oracle is? And so I actually asked a few people at the fair I was at the Consciousness Expo last time, and you would not believe what they answered. So I said, do you know what an Oracle is? And they said, oh, yeah, it's a software program. And you have to
Yes.
think about it. There is a software program called Oracle. And so they said, but I realized that in truth, they were really right. An Oracle is able to tune into the galactic, the spiritual, the earth, Mother Gaia, into the software programs to see the timelines and to see actually the outcomes and to help reprogram those timelines slash software. So next time someone says to you, well, what do you mean by Oracle? You say, well, it's a software program that helps you decipher the code in your own life.
There you go. I love that. That is true.
So
Spiritual
that's my
software.
little, I started off as a joke, but I was going to, but it is true. It is a software program. And so tonight we're going to do some readings for you wherever you are. We're just, look at all the excitement and enthusiasm that's over here. I see time crystal in the heart. It's a software program. You're so right. Isn't that so cute? You have to like really look at the big picture of everything. And the fact is, we are living in a matrix. I'm going to shut the door here, the window. We're living in a matrix.
Yeah. Hi, Sylvia. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Deb. Hi, Oriana. And hi, Kim and Marnie. And hi, Joan. And Tina. And we want to say thank you to Tina, our goddess behind the scenes, helping us out. And wait, yes, if you would like a reading, we don't know how many we'll get to, but it's all we have on our agenda tonight is to share with you whatever wisdom wants to come through. We have cards, we have our own tools, we have some other fun things. And there she is. Okay.
Well, I think you should start off with an invocation and prayer, and also what your definition of Oracle is using software as one
Using
of
soft.
the
Okay, I love
components.
it. This is like a game. Okay, so you guys, if you want to play the game, you can put in the chat. Tell us what you think an oracle is, or maybe what you thought it
What do you
was
think an
compared to what
Oracle
you're
is?
starting to think it is. And then I love this context that Joan says is what if it was software? So one of the things that I love about games, virtual games, I don't really play them, but they've trained humanity to think virtually and to start to understand having multiple lives and gaining powers and wisdom, and then dying and coming back again. And this context that we could really use to understand the reality of it, like Groundhog Day, just keep going through all those different experiences along your evolution. So to me, especially recently, an oracle is you and me and everybody here, because we're demigods, we're descended gods, as the Maya would say, right? We've come down into a body, so we have an aspect that's human. And yet, we're like the hero or the heroine. We are always guided. We are always supported. We are always have some form of options and solutions and guidance and wisdom, whether it's our other lives, whether it's guides, gods, goddesses, the tree, Gaia, whatever it is. So I think that becoming our own oracle means that we get to unplug from the matrix and create and grow our own new crystal network, an internet, right? A network, a software program of our own that vibes with our true soul essence. And when you start to do that and realize, wow, I am my own oracle. How do I receive information? Then you can start listening to your own frequencies. Joan and I have phenomenal channels, as you might say, but they operate very differently. We're different energetic beings. We have different intuitive channels, and so do you. So right now we feel like the oracle's returning because it's time for everybody to step back into their spiritual independent nature.
Yes, and trusting that voice that they hear, learning to trust the guidance that you do receive. So I think this is really fun way to begin by, okay, so how do you know? This could actually be questions and answers. How does one know? And then we'll start with Nan and then I'll answer it. How does one know they're an oracle? Is there like a degree that you got that said you, Nan, you, Joan of Angels, are now pronounced oracles, or like how does one know that they're an oracle?
Yeah. You want me to go first? How do you know you're an oracle?
Yeah,
Well, it's interesting because I didn't really use the word much. And I didn't like the word psychic. It was too heavy, in society. And so there's a lot of things we learned in other lives to not be, to not say, to not express. So we're breaking through that to realize that we have all these channels that are already optimally built within us. And how do you know you're one? When you stop listening to the noise around you and you're more interested in what's coming through you, what's within you, what are the voices and the frequencies that you're feeling, that you're vibing, listening and trusting your heart, taking that step towards the soul. Then you start to realize that you're not waiting for proof. You're not waiting for guarantees. You're not waiting for this person to agree or the economy to buy. You step forward trusting your own flow. And I think that you are an oracle already. And one of the actual Oracle of Delphi quotes was to respect the oracle. And the interpretation was, everyone now is an oracle. So you don't go to people outside of yourself in the thing that you have to sacrifice to get an answer. You come to places like this where we gather together, and as we receive, you receive, and everybody is opening and growing. And everybody here is going to be receiving information as we're doing the readings.
Well, that's very, very well said. How do you know you're an oracle is a really great question, because an oracle is one who has learned to trust the messages that he or she receives. And as they've learned to trust those messages, and they're also in a position of wanting to share them out. So an oracle is a leader, because the leader is willing to look at that timeline, that software program, and go, okay, this is what we see as your foreseeable type of outcome. And this is how we would navigate it if we were you. So they become a guide when that's needed, or a timeline seer if it's needed. But you're an oracle when you start to have visions of the future, visions of outcomes. You start to say, no, a possible outcome I see would be this, this, and this. Or when that voice you're listening to turns out to be right, more often than not. And you go, oh, that advice I've been giving people is actually correct. And then you start to understand that you may have a gift. And some people, I think Nan was one of those, but some people who are gifted from childhood, and everyone just knew you were an oracle. But you all have that ability to have this, to step into it. Well, all right. I guess
Well,
it's
here we
enough
have
philosophizing, Nan.
a few people. So Oriana said an oracle feels the truth in the heart. So I think this is true. And then what that does is that helps you to pay attention to your heart, get into your heart, heal your heart, connect to your heart, open your heart, right? That's like everything to do with becoming an oracle is getting into flow, finding your own flow. And one who trusts within their inner voice. Yes, Stone Hobbit. I love it. Right. Lisa said, I always thought an oracle was a mystical receiver that could predict the choice for the most optimal outcome desired, loving the idea of a crystal network. Yes. For me, an oracle is angelic guidance, Sylvia said. So Yes, it's a fun thing to think about, and then to start thinking about, well, if I am an oracle and the only oracle you need to be is for you, and then if you decide to apply it to anything else you do, that's fine. Is that what would that feel like, and what would it look like for you, and how would you like that experience?
Right. And wisdom, self-knowledge, learning a lot more about yourself every day that the oracle reveals to you, or that you begin to reveal to yourself. And that's why developing your own superpowers, I think, is the most important. But we should probably pick someone to read.
Well, let's
So,
do a
Tina
little.
Marie, I'm going to have you. Oh, yes, let's do a little prayer and
Yes.
invocation.
But in
And
the
Tina Marie
meantime,
picks
so
them.
as we all have a moment of intention to come together in this beautiful oracle circle, is Tina Marie can look through the comments and just go ahead and let us know, or however you want to do that, Joan. And so take a moment, put down your pens and your tea and whatever it is, turn off your notifications, and take a deep breath in through your nose. Bathe your forehead and let it infuse your third eye, your brain, your crown, and pour down the back of your neck and your shoulders, releasing that breath, and let it wash, purify, and release down through the feet chakras. Beautiful. Take another slow, deep breath in, this time through the feet, up from your earth star, and bring it into the heart. Hold it and release it through the arms. I am that I am, and I am here, ready and willing, open and receptive to be a clear and open channel to my highest good and what is optimal at this time. And so it is. So we acknowledge this sacred space and the divine light and protection, the love, the clear guidance, the channels, and that all who enter here have a clear and open channel to their highest good. So take a moment to feel and invite all of your guides to clear all of your channels, and see and feel us all here together in a circle. And so it is. Joan, please be the oracle for our first guest.
And we are waiting for Tina Marie to put our first reading up here. Marnie Lowenthal. I'm happy to be here. I'd be thrilled with the reading, please. Exclamation. Much love to you. Sweet. So I'm going to go to my first deck. And this is the new deck. I don't know if I showed it, if I had it last time. The Oracle of Delphi. And this is where Nan and I went a few months ago, probably less than 2 months ago, to see the Oracle of Delphi. And I heard the Oracle speak to me. It was very beautiful. She said, "Welcome home." And when you have return of your memories, this is for all of you, you start to get more power as you go into your next part of your life. The more you know, the more you can garner your strength. So Marnie, we're just going to pull a card for you from the Oracle. So it's a card about love and loving. It's a card that talks about, it's the Lover's card. It's about unity, desire, cherishing, caressing. So this is a message to you that love is right now very, very important in your life. Very important for you to open up to the field, to also answer the question, how are you loving yourself? So when we pull this card, it's not just the inward or the outward, it's rather the inward. And it's really also asking, how are you caring for yourself? Are you listening to yourself? Are you allowing the oracle within you to come out and really share? This is talking about fully embracing all aspects of yourself, surrounding yourself with love and kindness. And so it is.
Beautiful. And so it is. And I wove that in, Marnie, with a golden thread of light. So all of that is just exactly, I know Marnie, exactly what she's ready for. So receive that self-love. I can feel it sinking in. All right. So let's see here. We have Lisa. Hello, hello. Hello, Lisa Cat, my dear friend. Okay, good. Let's see here. And if any of you have a specific question, that's perfectly fine. Most of my students know to ask for what is optimal at this time, but you can always bring context as well. And the oracle traditionally was asked very specific questions. Mhm. Well, first of all, you have butterflies coming, and so they're fluttering around. This is a transformation, a metamorphosis that is completing for you right now. There's something very lovely, like the background is a meadow with lights and little, dots like fireflies. It's sort of an idyllic scene. And these butterflies, they're a unique kind of lavender purple and white. The pattern on the wings is sort of floral, and they're fluttering like a very soft, easy flutter, but they're going up and down, okay, up and down with the wind, up and down with the energies, with the waves. So if you never see a butterfly fly, they're sort of like a lunatic, they're sort of all over the place. And it makes them look weak, yet they fly 3,000 miles in their short lives. And so there's a butterfly energy that is the light aspect. This is after the breaking out of the cocoon that takes a lot of bravery and a lot of force. So you've recently released yourself from something quite profound, but there's a youngness, there's a newness to this. So there is a message here. Let me see what this says. It's quite beautiful. It's a positive light energy, but it's also sort of like you need to acknowledge it. You need to realize it. So this is an oracle of a Delphi deck that I got in Delphi. And these are actual ones from the Delphi oracle. And it says honor providence, number 18. And it's Athena, and she's looking down. She has the aegis, which is a protection, with the snakes, which is transformation, wisdom, and eye opening. They're also on the gown. And she has the Sphinx on her helmet. And the Sphinx is considered, this is a different Sphinx than the Egypt one. The Sphinx was considered a monster, and yet the Sphinx has been coming and saying that she's the sacred feminine that asks the riddles, that opens the doors in your soul. So this is, the Sphinx is in your head, okay? This is on the helmet. And that you're not, the way to where you're going, this new birth that you're getting used to, is to honor that idea of providence, okay? And you can look at different aspects. I would look up the definition of providence to see the different things that might ping for you. However, the idea is really good, right? It's good, it's optimal, it's fortune, it's luck, it's all of that idyllic scene that I see for you right now. If you honor that inner part of you that has guided to this point, you will know that there is nothing but good, pathways, providence, and right doors since you are here. Then the more you listen, the more that idyllic scene will be all around you. So it's a receiving. Namaste. Beautiful. So feel
Wow.
free to give us responses too.
That was beautiful, Nan. That was absolutely amazing.
Thank you, sweetie. Yeah, so if you guys want to share anything that you felt, and Sylvia, good, go for it, Joe.
Sylvia. Hi, Nan. Having strong negative feelings, energies to deal with here. Sylvia, this is really what I'm hearing, that you're feeling the negative energies of the collective, not just your own, but the collective, and the confusion and chaos which is out in the outer world. And this is a reminder that they're so glad you're here, because we want you to learn how to hold steady no matter what happens in the outer field, to learn how to hold that energy, that frequency of light, of love, of confidence, of learning how to put your roots down into the center of the earth and your antenna up to the heavens. And really, no matter how the wind blows, you're anchored in through your beliefs and through what you know to be true. And so we can clear it now as we even look at it away. It's like sometimes there's no need to even name what these are. More, there's rather a need to just clear it away and not let them attach themselves to you. So I hope you understand that. And the card that I pulled for you from the Goddess Oracle is the Goddess Bast. And she wants you to, she says, screw all the troubles. Get out your magic wand, just like Nan is doing. Start waving it around and start to play. Start to go, I'm in charge of my own mood here. And even if the world is falling apart, I'm still in charge of my own mood. And I'm going to do the best that I can. I'm going to change the energy myself. So we asked right now to have a clearing. In fact, for all of you out there who have negative energy around you, and you know who you are, you might have gone to the supermarket and some negative energies took a ride home with you, And so we just asked to start to clear all of these lower frequencies, this life, past life, future lives, anything that we picked up while we were walking out in the world, other people's opinions, other people's curses, other people's thoughts about us, letting go of anything that we have said negative to ourselves, so that we can actually effectively receive these messages of body, mind, and spirit healing. And so it is. So Bass says, just go out and play. Have a play date, make a play date for yourself for tomorrow, like what would bring you the most joy, not what would bring your partner the most joy, what would bring you the pleasure that you seek and the happiness that you seek. And so it is.
So it is, so it is. And I was doing some nice copal there for you and for everybody. So what was beautiful about that was what? Was that you had a
I smelled it.
Did you? Oh wow, that's so interesting. Yeah, it was. There was a lot of shadowy energy in sacral, in a lot of the sacrals, a lot of the sacral centers. It's very normal. So as all of us move out from the circle, we're having that cleanse and for ourselves, and then that will radiate into the people around us. So, okay, Deb Lashbrook. Hello, Deb. You're a beautiful puppy. A little picture of the puppy. Okay, let's see here. Such an interesting name, Lashbrook. Deb, you have some armor on. Excuse me. I see you like a silhouette of drawing, like a painting or a drawing of someone with armor on, big helmet, and all the way down. The bottom part, that the armor's falling off, it's falling away. So the feet, the legs are exposed, even the top of the legs a little bit, but everything's still attached at the waist. And so you've had a really big shift in your grounding and what you're grounded to. And so what is coming through now has to do with that. You've in your light body, there is this breaking down of the armor, energetically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally. I'm seeing it in your auric field, but that crosses every part of your light body, right? So all those different aspects where you've had any known or unknown ideas of needing protection. And it could be, no idea what that is from many, many different lives. And it's pretty like intense armor that's been hacked up quite a bit. So you've really been in a big battle to get to this point where you are. And that is now, if you could imagine, like you had pants on, they're made out of metal and they're just shredded, but they're still hanging at the waist. So if you can energetically open up right here around the waist at the belly button, this is a key place where there's a lot of leakage in the energy field. And if you open that up, if you just actually see it, visualize, unbutton it, and like you're taking it off, drop it down directly into Gaia. She's asking for you to give it to her. She's in the process of transmuting all of these kinds of ancient fear, war type energies. And then there's going to be an ability for a breath to come into your belly and fill it, and for you to feel fulfilled for the first time in a long time. There's still energetic armor above. However, this is what they want to focus on, and the Lemurians would like to come and share with you. So they're appearing around you, not so much mermaidy or watery, like a lot of times they appear. They're appearing more like earth elementals in another dimension of inner earth, where there's a lot of purples and then dark colors, but these big bursts of light around you, like stars. So it looks a bit like there's stars in a purple, dark purple sky around you. But I'm seeing this very intense face of one Lemurian, kind of those almond eyes type of thing, but a lot of different colors in the skin. And the message here is shine your light. It says shine your light. So these are exquisite cards. If you're not familiar with Beyond Lemuria cards, I couldn't recommend them more. Izzy Ivy, she did the artwork and wrote it, and the artwork to me is juicy, delicious, and thick and deep. So essentially, this is how you're going to begin to shine your light. And that bottom part, interestingly enough, here's a tail sort of with the armor of the fins. 44 is this number. So this is also an angel number, and it's a number of completion. And so this is a double completion. So you're in the process of a double completion. You need to release, just consciously give yourself permission. And then notice if there's any part of you that wants to bring back the habit of binding that solar plexus, because it's felt safer to do that to prevent the leak of energy. But if you shine your light, that will seal this. There won't be a leak anymore because you're going to have more. So
That was amazing, Nan. Absolutely stunning and amazing. Deborah, you are so blessed to have had that reading. Thank you, Sylvia. Yes, best. That's so good to know that she came through for you here.
Yeah.
I just have something that's, it's never coincidental. So, guys, I did a plant medicine journey this weekend, and I stopped and I bought a new deck. And I was in one of my favorite shops on the way to Joshua Tree, and I said, I need a new notebook. And so, Nan, this is the same. This is the
Wow.
notebook from the deck you just brought out.
That's spectacular. That's a magic book.
So it is, and that's how I felt the whole weekend. And look at all the pictures in it. But the fact is that you brought those cards out, and I had been called to this very amazing deck, and I kind of have really enjoyed it. And I just wanted to share that with you, that there's no such, this universe, when I said Oracle actually could be a software, how would the universe guide her to pull that particular deck out, which was tuned up to the new notebook I bought?
I didn't know anything about that. Isn't that fun?
Right.
Yeah.
And so the universe seems to do this for us in a beautiful way. That was a beautiful, beautiful reading. Thank you so much on behalf of Deborah. And sending you a lot of love, Deborah. All right. Well, I think we have time for a couple more.
Go for it. Stone Hobbit.
Are we doing a reading for Stone? Holy moly, Stone is one of the most amazing beings that I have had the privilege to have met upon this planet. Hello, Stone. She is a woman who walks between worlds, and we're so lucky that she dropped into our world over here. So I'm going to pull a card for you from, which deck was it? Well, I'm going to pull you two. This one, except this is pretty funny. Oh, it's the Goddess Oracle and the Oracle of Delphi. I just got confused.
Oracles are everywhere.
Many. Oracles are everywhere. Oracles. Your best friend could be an oracle, Nan. Or could turn out that your mother is an oracle in disguise. All those times she told you what to do, she was really accurate. She was acting as you. I tell my
All right, now
kids
talk about coincidences. That's really interesting. You just said that, because I've been having this shift in my relationship with my mom, whatever. But and it's pretty good, but it's been like, oh my gosh, I'm going through these up leveling where I've released the past. I don't carry any of the guilt, the shame, whatever. I'm not attached to whatever thing, so on and so forth. And now I'm looking at her like a week every day in a row, and I'm going, wow, what a kick-ass mom. Look what she did. She hated that, but she did it for me. Oh my God, that's a really cool mom. I don't think I've ever said that since I was a kid. So very cool.
A real kick-ass mom is, you know what, my relationship with my daughter's undergoing that kind of change too. Yeah. Nicely put. On who trusts with their inner voice. Yeah, I think that's the whole thing for me. The key for me is always trusting the guidance, and people receive guidance different, and different levels. For you, the message that I got though, and I pulled from the Goddess Oracle. I want to make sure I know which one I'm pulling from. The Goddess Tara, and she's talking about centering. And I want to read to you the poem that comes with it. And there she is. She's sitting cross-legged in a very vulnerable position here. It's hard to see with my screensaver, but I'm going to read it to you. I sit with my intention focused on my breath, breathing in and out, inhaling and exhaling, taking in and letting go. The dance of creation, the dance of the universe, the dance of life. I sit in stillness, in focused awareness, breathing in and out, as the ocean that is life churns and pulses around me as oceans of incarnation swirl and pass through me. So, Stone, it's really talking about you being in that center of the vortex, you being perfectly aligned to hear, to feel, to sense, to know, to be guided, to be in direct communion with Source, and that it's time, if you're not in that center now, then it's time to reboot and pay attention to get that grounding that you're being asked to have right now. And then she says, my eyes see all, know all, and watch as I breathe still. So that stillness. And guys, I want to say something too. Here in America, we're going into the holiday season. That breath of stillness is what's required right now for all of us to really take our own pulse, to know where we are at this moment of time. So, Stone, I love you. I know you're going to be on an event pretty soon with Portal to Ascension, the true history of the world. So, guys, you'll be able to meet Stone in person. She's amazing with her work. I wish we could had a way to flash you right across the screen, Stone. But thank you so much for being with us, and also for all of you guys to use this time to center in, because these readings are actually not for just one person. They're actually generic for all of us, including me and Nan.
Yeah. And as you were starting that, I picked up a deck, which is called the Ascended Masters deck. And I was just playing with it while you started the reading for her. And I was tuning into her. And then I just went, oh, I'll put down the deck. And I looked, and a goddess card from the Goddess Oracle had gotten inside this deck and came out, and it was Athena. So I think that was for you too, Stone. Is this the deck you pulled from? Is this the deck you pulled from?
Who are you talking to? No, I didn't. I'm pulling from the Goddess Oracle, which is by Amy Sophia.
Yeah, there's a lot of them.
And it's a deck I just got last weekend, or when I went up to Joshua Tree for my plant medicine ceremony, the Goddess Oracle. So you have someone I love very much on here. I'm so glad that you're going to do her reading.
Hey, Dawn. And
Dawn was my roommate in Egypt on the Nile.
Oh, yes. Hi, Dawn. You might remember that. I don't know if that was a different one. So, okay, beautiful. Okay. So, Dawn, focus on your heart center for me and tune into the sun here. There's a big sun. It's a stylized design sun. It's not, I can't tell. It doesn't look Egyptian. Maybe it's more Native American, but it's just a very stylized sun that's gold and silver, and could be a breastplate, could be armor, and could be something represented here. So focus in on that. The center of this sun symbol is really moving. It's starting to, almost like when you look at a video of the sun's surface close up, it's moving, right? It's like, there's that happening in the center. Very, very, very strong, bright yellow, gold energy. Now they're taking us deeper and deeper into that heart center through there. And it's like going into a big oven, like, with big giant things burning. I can't think of the name of them now, like an industrial place that has coal or something burning, and into that oven. And there's a lot, there's a lot burning. And so there's some kind of a portal that that you opened in Egypt. But since then, there have been so many right turns, left turns on through the cosmic doorways since then, that you're still burning a lot of this, yet you want to rise out of being focused on what's burning, or making sure it's burning or remembering what's burning, and like leave it in the furnace and rise up with the heat, because that is kind of coming out. Now they're showing these heat energies move and writhe and coming out of the heart center, and like mist, like that. And there's little symbols in it. My goodness. So little tiny symbols. I'm not seeing any of them very close up. That looks like a euro sign. There's no, there's symbols. Some might be letters and alphabets. There's some alchemical signs. There's a lot of magic. Now it's sort of turning into a swirling. So there's like a pillar of swirling flames energetically coming from this center. So this template is something that you reawakened, and is it's still new to you because it's not integrated. I can see it's like it's on you. And your next step is not to just, enjoy what's coming through it or let go of needing to be in the furnace, right? It's all there. It's tended to, it's burning. It's what your past, the death of the past is releasing as it's burning, right? That's a transformation of state. So it's releasing, a log releases sound, heat, light, all these different things, and transformation into. So this will be a natural progression into integrating it. Yet they're asking for you to give yourself a little ritual, because there's a lot of magic. There's a vortex of energy that you could step into coming from the heart. It's very powerful. It's a portal. It's a stargate. And as you know, you went to a lot of temples. They were all stargates, whether it's in Egypt or in Peru or Greece or England or here. All of these sacred places were built and they knew that they were stargates that went to other places. And these will be other places that are optimal for your soul. So this is a very beautiful thing, but there's a lot of power now available here. So give yourself permission to integrate this, because this needs to be a part of your heart. So if you imagine the difference between having it on you and allowing it to melt into you, then there's a strength that's going to start to come from around the whole heart center. Okay, let's see. Is there any other guidance that is optimal at this time for Dawn in her powerful transformation and her reconnecting with her past life powers, symbols, and magic? Here we go. What do we got? So this is supposed to be, yes, it is. Okay. This is the Ascended Masters deck. And we have interesting purification, white Tara. And so Joan got a Tara, and this is the white Tara. And so what I love about this is the aspect of no water. There's not the aspect, I guess there is some water underneath her, but she's purifying inside of the mandala, inside of the different layers. See these different layers of reality, right? And she's in her center. And she's exuding her own aura, right, from her head, halo. And of course, she's holding a lotus. And what else is she holding? I think it's a coin coming down. So balance, beauty, and be in the center. And then this powerful transformation will be more like this, where you're one with it.
So Nan, that was an incredible reading. And I love that you ended up with the detoxing and cleansing, because I wanted to pull my dear friend Donna card too.
Okay.
The card that came is Spirit. And the card that came is Renew, Detoxify, Purify, and Cleanse. And when I saw that Dawn wanted a reading, it's so easy, guys, to fall into our problems and our cords. They take over pretty much by accident. They're just in our programming. And cleansing for all of you, and if you didn't have a reading today, I say do a cleanse. All right, cleanse your body. Just do it by the bathtub, do it by food, nutrition, water fast, juice fast, but cleanse your body, your mind, and your spirit. And then you'll be in a state to be your own oracle, just like Nan and I talked about, because we've run out of time to do readings, all of you. Have you enjoyed it? Let us know, yes or no, if you enjoy having Nan and I do readings for you, because we love hopping online to talk about, to do this kind of work for you. And there you have it. So give us your feedback. And
Lisa
all
says,
you are so beautiful.
Thank you. So Lisa said, thank you for all this beautiful night with all these beautiful light beings. You're so welcome. And Dawn said, wow, thank you. So beautiful. I just saw a black squirrel today, which also means beginning a new chapter. They have black squirrels in the Mayan jungle here. And in my last retreat, we were walking through the jungle from our cacao ceremony in a cave of the womb of the mother to another cave. And these black squirrel just danced up and down and did this whole thing for us. It's a really cool medicine. Yes, love to all. And you're so welcome, everyone. So of course, everything Joan said about the readings being for everyone, I'm sure that you received something. And I would love to take 2 minutes to bring us all, since we've raised this energy, we're here together, we're having this beautiful love, to raise the energy of peace and prosperity, which is our natural state, and send it out through to the planet and everyone on it. So you're so welcome. All right, so let's go ahead and hold hands. And I want to honor and thank my beautiful friend Joan and her exquisite aura and her willingness and her strength and her kindness and the love and wisdom that she brings to everything she does, and her absolute commitment to her inner truth and to bring this forward in the world. And I want to say that I honor each and every one of you with deep love for being here at this time. You are an amazing being and very brave. And this is an opportunity of all the lifetimes. So I call to peace, and let it be within us, within me. Peace in my mind, peace in the mind of all, peace in my heart, and peace in the heart of all, peace in my body, and peace in my home. I send peace out and radiate it so that we may all prosper. And so it is.
And so it is. And we just ask all of you to remember that you are the light, that you are oracles in training, or OIT, an oracle in training, and look for the next time we come online so we can go deeper. And if you love our work, then please go to both of our channels, like, subscribe, and share. Nan Akasha, Joan of Angels, and go to Nan's website, nanakasha.com, and joanofangels.com. And check out what we do. And we just love I think I like this show.
You like what?
What do you think, Nan?
What'd you say?
I said, I think I like this show.
Yes.
I said, I think I like this show.
Lovely. Yeah. Lovely. Beautiful. Yeah. And thank you, everybody, for being a part of it.
Thank you so much. And we have a love.
Namaste.
We'll see you all next time.
Thank you, Tina.
See you all next time.
Peace and